There are 10 reasons why the USC Trojans should beat the Michigan Wolverines, where USC is a 2.5-point favorite over Michigan. And they get Michigan off a bye. Michigan is going to have to travel several time zones and thousands of miles over to play in the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Reason number one why USC should win this game is their scheme edge. I love Lincoln Riley's offense, and especially their quick game. Before I continue, liking the video, watching the video all the way through, and commenting your thoughts down below are the best ways to support the channel, as they help push me into the algorithm, help me to receive a larger paycheck that I can use to reinvest in producing elite analysis for you all. Subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell, sharing the video around, and supporting us in other ways that you can find out via the description are other awesome ways to support our operation at College Football with Sam. We are becoming the best. We want to be the best. Thank you all for making that possible. Against a Michigan defense that is terrible on scripted drives, on early drives, and is also not great on third down, at getting off the field on third down. They do a wonderful job on first down and second down after the scripted drives, but throughout the game, third down can often be a struggle. And that fits, I think, perfectly with Riley wanting to be aggressive, with him having a receiver in Makai and great tight ends, and maybe Jacoby Lane if he's healthy, and also running backs that can really get through even the tiniest of holes. And I also like it because I think Elijah Page at left tackle is going to be back, and that will help Maiava stay protected and poised. Reason number two are the wide receivers. So Makai and Jacoby Lane have 6 touchdowns. Lane's been injured for part of the year. I don't know how healthy he'll be in this game, but I imagine it'll be a better situation than against Illinois. Lemon has been a Biletnikoff Award winner caliber receiver, is who Lemon's been. Future NFL pick, future NFL player on Sundays. I don't think there's a single Michigan player who will blanket him. I mean, outside of maybe Rod Moore, but he's a safety, so he's not really going to be tasked with blanketing Lemon. That's going to be more so a corner. I don't trust any of Michigan's corners against a player like Lemon. We'll see how Michigan tries to defend these receivers. I don't think they'll have a particularly fun time doing so. Reason number 3 is Jayden Maiava. So Maiava's completing 70.5% of his passes. He's thrown for 1,587 yards, 11 touchdowns, a pick, has a 93.4 QBR. That's numero uno nationally. That's first. No one is better in QBR than Jayden Maiava. He is playing with the efficiency of a Lincoln Riley Heisman quarterback. He has great decision-making skills. He has a fastball. Sometimes he puts his receivers in harm's way where they get decked. That also, though, allows you to fit throws into tight windows and turn throws that could be turnover-worthy into throws that either your amazing receiver like Lemon, he either catches or it's an incomplete pass. Maybe it's dropped, maybe he drops when he gets hit, or maybe it's dirted. It's a really phenomenal match. His skill set, his ability to run, to keep the ball off of zone read, and also his arm strength, his accuracy, his processing is a perfect blend with what Lincoln Riley wants to do offensively. Reason number 4 are the running backs for the Trojans, Waymon Jordan and Eli Sanders. 7 touchdowns. USC's averaging about 7 yards per carry so far this year. These are guys who can make plays. They have great breakaway speed and acceleration. Teams don't run on Michigan, and I don't think USC will run particularly well on Michigan, but I don't think they need to. I think all they need are maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, decently sized runs to keep Michigan honest. There is a world, don't get me wrong, where USC doesn't run the ball well at all and they still beat Michigan, because I think their passing matchup could be that good, and Michigan with their receivers and the potential travel issues could mean they start off very slow or don't get off the tarmac all that effectively. But I love these running backs. Reason number 5 is a USC offensive line that, look, is not deep. They've suffered some pretty serious injuries. And I think center Killian O'Connor is not going to play in this game from what I hear. But they only allow a 5.5% havoc rate. Maiava rarely gets pressured, and there's a reason these running backs are averaging 7 yards per carry, because the offensive line plus the scheme does a good job of opening up holes and lanes for them to bounce through and hit off. Reason number 6 is Eric Gentry. So he's linebacker 1 for the Trojans. He's a future NFL player. 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles is not the reason USC's defense has been struggling. He's been awesome. It's fun watching him play healthy after he redshirted last year and dealt with a lot of issues and I think some concussions. It's good to see him back. It's good to see him in a Trojan uniform. He'll be missed after this year. Having someone with his length and his intelligence and awareness and football IQ is going to be very critical against a quarterback such as Bryce Underwood, who has high football IQ, quick processing. He's very impressive for a freshman. To get pressure on him, to spy him, or to cover the middle of the field against those tight ends or maybe a receiver underneath and tackle him in space, that's going to be important against a Michigan offense that can be inconsistent through the air. And if Michigan decides to run the ball, and they will, it'll be helpful to have a big body and a surefire tackler there. Eric Gentry's all those things. He could single-handedly win USC this game defensively. Number 7 is another player who could do that. That's safety Kamari Ramsey. It's him and Gentry who are the best players on defense. Ramsey was out against Illinois, and you could tell because Altmaier turned into collegiate C.J. Stroud and just couldn't get off the field. He kept completing it to his receivers, and his receivers were getting open too. So him being healthy and dealing with that bout of food poisoning is huge here. I imagine USC's defense, while not perfect, is going to perform at a better level, especially in pass defense, against this Michigan offense than they did against Illinois. Number 8, the USC tight ends. So Lake McCree and Walker Lyons have 3 touchdowns on the year, and they do a good job running routes, blocking. USC under Riley has traditionally not involved the tight end. They are now, and it reminds a lot of USC fans and college football analysts and myself, although I didn't watch much of Riley at Oklahoma when they had Mark Andrews, but of them using Mark Andrews and fantastic tight ends there, many of whom still play in the NFL as Andrews does. So I think that they could help take some pressure off of the USC receiver core, which is thin, and I think Michigan's fully aware of that, is going to play off of that. These tight ends could bring some balance back in USC's direction. Number 9 is Michigan's drops. This should probably be a reason that's higher on the list, but I like to talk about reasons that directly involve the team and players before I get to outside factors. This is a big outside factor. If Michigan just had Makai Lemon, but no one else, so you replace Donovan McCulley, for example, with Makai Lemon, Michigan would win. Michigan, I think, would even be favored here. But they are so inconsistent at receiver to this point where if they don't get on the field and play like they are in the big house, so if travel affects them, outside factors do, or they don't play their A game within the first 2 drives, there's a chance USC could very easily pounce on them and get them out of their identity. That obviously benefits USC, and there's nothing really that Michigan has in its favor like that. They don't. So USC's talented enough and well coached enough on defense, and Michigan's inconsistent enough on offense to where USC's defense could have a good day. USC's offense can have an elite day. I don't think that Michigan's defense is going to get totally destroyed, but I do have a hard time seeing them have an elite day. If they do have an elite day against this offense, then that's possibly a top 5 defense even after some of the struggles they've had. Michigan's offense is, I think, the least likely unit to have an explosive day along with the USC defense. So what's the tiebreaker there that could help a struggling USC defense win? It's Michigan's own mistakes. Looking at reason number 10, that's the environment. Similar to Indiana traveling out to Autzen, Michigan has to travel out to Los Angeles to play in the Coliseum. Don't know why there's that E after Los, but whatever. Los Angeles, they have to travel out there to play in the Coliseum. It's going to be tough, especially with USC having a bye. Michigan can still win, but those are 10 reasons why USC should beat Michigan, and I am siding with USC because of the travel, Michigan's inconsistency at wide receiver, USC having an offense that I think matches up well with Michigan's defense, and not just that it matches up well, it's number one in adjusted EPA per play. It is one of the best offenses in America in a stark juxtaposition to the USC offense last season. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure if you haven't already to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, comment your analysis and thoughts down below so I can reciprocate my thoughts with you in the comment section, and check out anything on these end screens that are up here, whether it's a recommended video or playlists for teams that I'm talking about in a preview, prediction, or a reaction. Make sure to hit the notification bell on those, scroll through them, and watch any suggested videos if you are interested. Thank you for helping college football with Sam become the best and the biggest college football brand and channel on YouTube and other social media platforms. We will reach that one day because of your support.